we love to hear people call in with their own opinions because these are opinions you don't really get to hear all the time.
And after 3 years of lies, smears, and slander, the is finally dead.
I'll get back to you when it's over. I hope and trust you're all having a wonderful evening. Sorry, I had the mic muted. That's my mistake. Ashley87, I welcome you. Good to have you aboard. Somebody, people are talking about a shooting in North Carolina. 2 dead, 4 injured. Jesus. They're doing everything they can to flood the headlines with because of the FISA, in my personal opinion. In my personal opinion. Shannon, welcome. Slim Frank, Matty Ice, Mary Bouchard, always a pleasure to see every single one of you. It's a great show tonight. There's a lot in the news. I released a couple podcasts today. You should check those out. I put out a trailer for the channel, which is basically inviting anyone and everyone to come join True Reporting. And I dropped one about Rod Rosenstein and the Rothschilds. Very interesting stuff. Very interesting. Absolutely. Watching you too says attacks will intensify. I completely agree with you on that. Not a good situation by any means. North Carolina, very close. It was at the college at UNC, University of North Carolina. That is not far from where I live. Very scary stuff. They're trying to flood the. They're definitely trying to flood the mainstream media with killings. I mean, come on, guys. At this point, do you not understand that this is absolutely orchestrated and that there is no way that there are this many mass shootings? I guarantee you there's not this many mass shootings 25 years ago. Guarantee it. 100%. It's all orchestrated. Watching you too from Minneapolis. Thank you. I appreciate it. I greatly appreciate it. Venezuela has been on the news all day long, Savannah Sputnik says. Absolutely. Yeah, Ashley87. Yeah, this is there's a lot going on. A lot going on. Sheep no more. Watching you too says. Absolutely. Yes, my friends. The number to call is definitely the same number as always. Oh no, we got rid of it. It is 803-399-0044. 803-399-0044. If you would care to call in, we can go ahead and start that up. Welcome, Patriotic Nurse for Truth. Welcome aboard. 803-399-0044. DJK, what is up? Good to have you aboard. What is the solution? What brings about the world we desire to live in? You know, it's all energy. All energy. That's all it ever is was going to be. Is energy. If you put out positivity, you will receive positivity. Hello, Thomas. My girlfriend left me today. Can I get some prayers from everyone? Jesus Christ, Mike Johnson. I'm so sorry. We are in the absolute same boat, my friend. Mike Johnson, I hope the best for you. And again, man, I'm sure you're a great dude. And there are a lot of women out there. Definitely. Don't wallow in it. That's the worst you can do is to stay busy, work out, stay healthy, play video games, whatever you need to do. Research, whatever you need to do, work. Stay ahead of the game. Do not let it be the catalyst in your lifestyle. Not a good situation to be in. Yes, Nick Satter basically says that he heard from the grapevine that the military is starting to take back the Republic today. May will be a bit bumpy, and I 100% agree on that. I've heard other rumors of that myself, that May will be pretty crazy. Oh, it's definitely gonna happen. Debate you. Yes, definitely going to happen. Trying to pull up the phone so we can have some call-ins. It would be great to hear from everyone. It's not called May Day for no reason. I like that, Shannon on. Very good. I like that. Definitely like and subscribe, please, everyone. Michelle, thank you for subscribing. I greatly appreciate it. And also, if you want to donate to the channel, you most certainly can by going to the PayPal or the Patreon in the description box in all of my videos, or you can go to the super chat below this chat, and whatever amount you put in will flash across the screen and will show many a people that you support a very good channel, an informative channel. Hey, you're being blocked. Absolutely, Terry Collins. Terry Collins, it always happens. France is on fire, absolutely. And not in a good way. Yeah, no notifications tonight, even though I posted 5 times on Twitter, guys. You know, that's a sad thing. It's a sad situation that they can do this to me, but we're going to persevere. It's no problem. Not a problem whatsoever. If you don't call in, the number is 803-399-0044. Where is Podesta? Great question, JL the third. Where is Podesta?
Call from Savannah Sputnik to accept.
Hi, Savannah. How are you tonight?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Just having a really relaxing evening. Just checking out the chat. A lot going on in the news. What's on your mind tonight?
Okay, I'm from Indiana. I want to know what you think about Mike Pence.
I've put out a podcast about Mike Pence. I do not trust him. I know that there's a lot. I know that there's a lot of before even Mike Pence, but when he was your governor, correct? I believe that there was a lot of corruption involved within Indiana. I heard that before. He was even nominated as vice president, and there's a lot of situations with
I
him.
wondered why would they pick him to be vice president then?
The GOP picked him. Trump did not.
Oh, now see, I thought it was part of the plan. I thought they picked Pence, or
Hmm.
told him to pick Pence to keep him where they want him. Kind of like keep your friends close and your enemies closer. You know what I mean?
Oh
That
yeah,
kind of a
I
thing.
absolutely, yeah. That's I believe that he is definitely a black hat. I would not trust him. I believe that the GOP um basically thwarted him towards Trump, and Trump was like, okay, I don't think he had any um anyone to pick by any means. So I believe
Oh,
that.
now see, I thought, like I said, I thought it was part of the plan. I thought it was let's keep him in here in D.C. where we can keep an eye on him, and he can't be in Indy doing his job, and neither can his wife, and they have to have the B team in then, and you know what I mean. Maybe they can bring a few people down a little easier.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I understand. I just do not trust him. There's too much stuff coming out. With his chief of staff being the wife of the chief of staff with him was directly corroborating with excuse me, with Lisa Page and Peter Strzok. That is very sketchy to me.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, the stuff about him has been going on for a long time, and at first I didn't want to believe it. Now I do. But again, I was still questioning why, and I guess I wasn't really aware that it was the GOP that picked him. To me, I thought it was like, okay, why would they do this? Maybe because they want him where they can keep an eye on him.
Absolutely.
I'm hoping they
I
do.
there.
I hope they do anyway.
Yeah, and I completely, there's speculation on that also, but as of right now, I don't think a lot of people are very I don't think a lot of people have trusted him from the get-go, but
Yeah,
as of now, I think it's almost kind of set in stone that we need to
yeah.
keep
Well,
our eyes peeled
Indiana
on
is
beady-eyed
big on child trafficking. Yeah, it is. It is. I mean, there's the small town not far from here where they were trying to revitalize one of the little neighborhoods. And funny
yes.
was that some of the houses, when they finally came down and made a bunch of arrests, it was sex trafficking. There were young Hispanic girls that they were kept in the houses, then taken to another one in Ohio, and then taken to another one somewhere else, and they were never let out. And when they talked to the people who were revitalizing the area, they said, "Oh well, we saw a lot of traffic there, but we thought it was drugs." I mean, it's
Right,
just
exactly.
amazing that they didn't even think that. Come on. Anyway,
Well, there's
well, thank you for what you do. I really love talking to you. I really appreciate everything you do. Thank you much, and God bless you.
yes, ma'am. Right back at you. Thank you so much for calling in. I greatly appreciate it.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye. Great first call, my friends. Great first call. So yeah, we a lot of people get frustrated with Mike Pence, and I totally I understand it. I really do understand it, but we have to keep our eyes and ears open because of corruption. We don't want somebody who's a black hat sitting next to the president by any means.
Call from Emily.
Hello, Emily, and welcome to True Reporting. What's going on?
Hello, Thomas. Peace to you, brother.
Absolutely. Are you following me on Twitter?
What's that?
I said, do you follow me on Twitter?
I do.
Okay, yeah, I recognize the name. Good to have you aboard. What's going on?
Hey, full disclosure, I've been absent on social media. I
Hmm.
have a young kid, so I try to be present. But
Absolutely.
after the envelope shenanigans at the Bush funeral, I got really intrigued with what's going on here. And I kept looking on Twitter, and I thought, I'm going to join. So
Yeah.
thank you to all you digital people that are my friends. I don't really know, but follow the same path of understanding.
There's a ton of us out there. The millions,
Yeah.
millions and millions.
It is kind of weird, though. Like, I see a lot of people commenting negatively to Trump's posts, and it's really disheartening,
Oh,
to
those
say the
people are
least.
paid off. They're paid off.
Ugh, I can't handle it. It makes it hard to, like, really see what is really going on, especially when you're seeing
Sure.
negativity, but then on your feed, you think you're seeing truth, so it is hard to decipher nonetheless. But
Yeah,
um,
absolutely.
so I guess a few random things. I was wondering if you are familiar with Schumann resonance.
I've never heard of that. No.
So just something to keep in mind. Schumann resonance is like the vibratory frequency that the Earth pulses. I
Okay,
guess you could say.
yes, I am. Yes, I'm aware of that. I did not know the name for it, and I've been actually looking at that today, to be honest.
Okay, well, that's cool. I mean, the Schumann resonance really is our Earth frequency. And we've had a lot of anomalies in the last several months
Yes.
that we have not seen in decades. And it really started, like, what really started was 11/11 last year.
Correct. I just saw that too.
And I have not been able to decipher what the truth is there. Some people say it was white hats gaining control of the HARP or the satellites or whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's true, but when you look at the graphs, you can clearly see a pattern. And the 17th of every month, there's like whiteouts in the graphs. But now we're seeing like consistent pulsations throughout the day. I don't know about you or other people, but I feel it. I
Yes.
feel the tiredness, the draining,
Yes.
you know. So we are being bombarded, like spiritually, mentally, physically.
Do you think it's negative,
Um,
or do you think it's positive?
I think it's positive in the sense that we're being expedited to,
Yes.
kind of speed things up. But we live in a world that doesn't allow us to embrace, what we're feeling. Kind of like moon phases. We always
Sure.
talk about, oh, is it a full moon? But we don't really practice that in our daily lives because everybody's so busy.
Correct.
But
We're so preoccupied. It's hard for us to take it all in.
yeah, but like I said, I have a young kid,
Mm-hmm.
and I can see she's feeling the same way I do during these whiteout periods.
Mm-hmm.
So just something to pay attention to for sure.
Oh, very, very interesting. I'm right with you on this, and I just started looking at it today. So you're a little bit ahead of me. I actually had some information sent to me about this, and very, very interesting. And yeah.
Well, someone I really have been paying attention to, his name is Greg Prescott.
Mm-hmm.
His site is called In 5D. He talks about five-dimensional
Sure.
being. And he puts out a lot of information about this and how a lot of people are feeling this way. And we're not the only ones. So he has a lot of really good information.
There's a ton. I see it all day on Twitter. A ton of people are talking about how they feel tired or how they feel very up. And I'll be honest, I feel extremely tired too. I've definitely noticed it. It's very I'm very receptive to it, which is quite odd. And a lot of people are posting information about this, which is it almost validates it, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, for sure. And I'd love for someone to streamline this energy blast, if you will, white
Mm-hmm.
light energy, actually,
Yes.
because it is a white light out on the graph, and we have times that are blacked out, which is almost unheard of, if not has ever happened in our lifetime. But then today with Venezuela, you see people reacting in such a way you can't help but wonder if they are reacting also to the magnetic shift, this pulsation.
Sure.
I don't know. It can't not all be related.
Well, what's the end game, Emily? What's the end game to this? You think that
I don't
you
know.
think that we're here for a reason, and that this is it?
Absolutely, absolutely. I also know that we are so cyclical. We have gone away from ancient texts, Vedic texts, things that are proven to be true. And if that is the case, we are due for a huge solar blast
I
that
think
could potentially put
Mhm.
us out. I mean,
You
make
mean
us
like?
go extinct, so to speak,
Hmm. I think
like
a
the
lot. I
Great
think a
Flood.
lot happened. I think a lot happened with that. With the solar eclipse when Trump was just elected and we had the full blackout. I know that down here in South Carolina we had a full blackout. It was and I could tell the energy completely was so positive and everything was just completely different for that a matter of minutes. Very, very
Hmm.
strange, and I think that was a marker for sure.
Well, imagine that if this is days on end, and you look at what's going on in Venezuela, it does make you think on a singular level, like your household, you know, what your game plan is. Like, I don't want to be a prepper,
Sure.
but I also want to be proactive, I guess. And if we did have a solar blast, which we are due for one, and that's I think the sun, all these pulses are a reaction to the plasma that's being penetrated in the earth, that does happen on a catastrophic scale. I mean,
Sure.
so at the end game, I don't know. It makes you kind of want to say f it to your daily life and
Yeah.
really kind of, I guess, recede to the hills, if you will, so to
Well, there's
become
no.
your
I don't think
spiritual
it's a
self.
time. I
But
don't think it's time to be, super paranoid. I don't. I think we.
no, no.
That's very negative to feel. That's a definitely negative and a negative aspect of living. But I think that, I think that something spectacular. I don't think it's negative. I think it's spectacular is about to happen, and I think
Well,
that our
yeah, I
souls
totally
know it.
agree.
Our higher conscious, our higher beings know it.
So if we are living in a dimensional, if you believe in that kind of
I
realm,
do.
so if we're in 3D right now, we're we are transitioning into 5D. Maybe
Yes.
that's like an altered. It's a different matrix. So maybe we're being, I don't know, upgraded to sustain the things that might happen in the universe. So it is. I think it is positive, but I think it's good to look at it from above Earth spectrum too. So
Absolutely.
anyway, that's my 2 cents.
Hey, Emily, it was a great 2 cents. I appreciate the call and I appreciate the support. Big time.
Thanks, Thomas.
Have a great
Good
evening.
night.
Yes,
Bye bye.
ma'am. Bye bye. Shazbot, thank you so much for subscribing. I greatly appreciate it. So, is this Ascension? Is this Ascension? I would love to know because it feels like it is. Feels crazy. I feel the energy.
Call from
Robert.
Hey, Robert, how are you tonight?
Doing all right.
Your
Just
volume,
curious
your
about.
volume is extremely low.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, better.
Oh yeah. Can you say making America great or making Israel great?
I can't hear you, man. Your volume's really low. I'll give you one more chance. Sounds
Trump,
like
is he making Israel great or is he making America great?
he's
It seems
making
like he got a
America
lot more.
great, but first and foremost, I don't know if he's gonna
He
make
got more.
Israel great. He may. He may.
He gave him $38 billion. How much he got for his wall yet? He's asking for like 2 billion.
Mm-hmm.
He's moving everything to Jerusalem.
Mm-hmm.
He hasn't done anything on his American promises.
He hasn't done anything.
He hasn't done anything. They're bought and sold, both sides. The only thing that the left and the right agree on is Israel. Both the politicians.
Well,
You
I
guys
have
got to
not.
wake
I
up
have
to
not
this. This
seen
whole
anything.
Trump thing.
I have not seen
Yeah.
anything about him receiving $38 billion from Israel.
No, he gave them 38 billion over 10 years. That's what they're getting. Gave them the biggest aid package, and you still have vets on the street. You still have all this crap going on.
Sure.
He's signing Noahide laws in. There's anti-BDS laws. You can't talk crap on Israel. You can't be a U.S. contractor and get a government contract if you happen to be boycotting Israel. How's that free speech? I hear nobody on the right talking about that, but everybody advocates for free speech.
Sure, you know,
Everybody's
and
silent on the subject.
they may be cucked to Israel. I don't know. I don't know the
Trump is too. He's Shabbat. They're all
I,
Shabbat puppets. Him and Putin. Look it up.
well, you know, I've
They're all
definitely I
part of
have.
it.
What's that?
They're a death cult. They're a death cult. They want the Moshiach to return, and that's why Trump's moving everything to Jerusalem so they could have their temple.
But why
do
didn't
the
they do it before?
sacrifices, and you become a good goy.
Why why haven't they done it before then? If we
doing it right
know
now.
that
This
Obama,
has been taking forever. This has
what?
been going on forever. This has been going on forever.
What do you mean it's been going on forever? It just got moved.
No, the Zionist movement trying to get this going, the third temple, this is all in their prophecy. This is an ongoing process. These people are very patient.
I understand that, but
They're not expecting us to take over a decade. They're cool with the speed bump happening, but you know, they could wait generations. This is a long-term game. They're playing chess over here, buddy.
yeah, I understand that it's playing.
Trump just pacified them. Trump's just to pacify the people on the right, just like Obama pacified everybody on the left.
I wouldn't even suggest that would
They're
even
both
be
controlled.
pacifying either way.
They did. Nobody wanted Hillary, so they're like, hey, we'll give him Obama. He's black. He's on the left. You know, we'll show we're not racist. And then now you have Trump like, oh, he loves America. He loves the South and all these other people, and he cares about workers and blah, blah, blah. And you have GM actually moving all their car production to China. What's going on?
You had one that left, but everyone else is coming back. The one in Ohio, what was it? Chrysler?
No, they're not. GM, look it up. GM, dude, they're moving there. Even Tesla.
Yeah, Chrysler, GM.
Tesla's going to be making his Model 3s there. Everything's going to China. It's all part of this. And you have the One Belt, One Road. You have Israel. We were supposed to be boycotting Russia, but you know they're still allowed to do deals with them. They don't, and we don't sanction them whatsoever.
You send me the articles. Send me these articles.
We're sanctioned 40% of the world, dude.
Yeah, fuck them.
Fuck them. That's not the right attitude. They all use our U.S. dollar. They're going to say, you know what, fuck your dollar. We're going to do something else, and our economy crumbles.
I don't believe that's going to happen. He's a businessman. Why would he crumble America? Why would he crumble America? That doesn't make any sense.
His money flows. He just flows with it. It's liquid. It's assets. It goes from one spot to another. As simple as that. When you got all that money, you just go with it.
I don't know, man. This just sounds so.
Look into it. You gotta look into it.
I'll look into it. I'll look into it.
That Q is all bullshit. You gotta wake up, brother. Sounds like you love America, but you can't.
It doesn't sound like it. I know I do.
Well, then you gotta stop putting this guy first and put America first, because he's obviously not doing it.
Well, we'll just have to agree to disagree, my friend. I appreciate your call, my friend.
Well, I wish you the best of luck. God bless.
God bless. Bye. Holy smokes, guys. Let me run to the restroom real quick. I will be right back. All right, we're back. Sounds like that last caller took a black pill, which is it is what it is. No, I have not seen that Trump has sent Israel $38 billion over a 10-year period. I've not seen that. Yeah, Digger Dan says no notification again. That's why you need to follow me on Twitter. Everyone, anyone and everyone, please follow me on Twitter. It takes 30 seconds to create a Twitter account and then follow me. I would greatly appreciate it, because that's how you will get the notification, because I did post on YouTube and Twitter a couple times, even over an hour and a half ago, that I will be going live from 8 to 9. So everyone in here today, every single day, I will be going live, a live open forum call-in show from 8 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every day. So please join and have some fun. Renee Shepard, thank you for subscribing. You can also donate to this channel. You can go to the Super Chat or my PayPal or Patreon, and it will flash across the screen and show everyone that you are supporting a very good, informative channel. We did a bunch of upgrades today. We definitely we put out a trailer for what this channel is all about. We fixed the sound, a bunch of different things. The transition channels, or the transition screens on the live screen of the live stream, are 100% different, which is very cool. And, you know, we're doing all that we can to keep you guys interested and having a great time. My phone was ringing. Not today. Not tonight. Freddie H is subscribed. Thank you, Freddie H. I greatly appreciate it. I didn't ring the bell, but I am subscribed. I got your notification. Thank you. I completely agree, Nick Satter. Trump is here to stay, 100%. Steve says, looking great. Thank you, my friend. Greatly appreciate it. You can definitely call in 803-399-0044. 803-399-0044. Gold fringe coming off the flag, May 5th, 2019, on the beach says. I've seen others talking about that. I know we talked about that last night. I am seeing it myself. We all know Mueller and his team buried, destroyed info 2 years. That could hurt Obama and Hillary. Absolutely. What do you guys think about Rod Rosenstein? Can we talk about that? I think Rod Rosenstein is a white hat. And I think Greg Rubini, who said this months ago, that I think he was disguising himself as a black hat. And I think he's going to ruin a lot of people, a lot of bad people. What do you guys think? Do you think that Rod Rosenstein is a white hat? I believe he is. Yeah, Ralph Rowley says, hey, Thomas, thanks for the heads up about Grass Valley on May 11th. I have friends and family there. I will give them a heads up. What he's talking about is an FF. So people are saying that they think he flipped. I think he could be... I think he could definitely be a white hat all along. Mask hidden. Correct. Izell says real gold fringe off of our flags, so not we aren't controlled by Great Britain anymore. Absolutely, that is what that means. Ralph Riley says, I think Rod Rosenstein is a white hat, and he's very smart. He knows the law inside and out. I think he signed the last FISA warrant because FISA works both ways. And if you listen to my podcast today, he also quoted in his resignation the Attorney General who oversaw the Nuremberg trials. I think this is Nuremberg 2.0. 2.0. Again, guys, if you are not following me on Twitter, I would greatly appreciate it if you created a Twitter account and followed me at TRUreporting on Twitter. Joe Citizen says Rosenstein is guilty as hell, but he is a Jew, so he will be exonerated. Mark my words, Joe Citizen. Oi. If you want to call in, you most certainly can. 803-399-0044. 803-399-0044. It's an open forum. You can talk about whatever you want to. I dropped a couple podcasts today. Like I said before, I dropped one would be the trailer of this channel, and also I dropped one about Rod Rosenstein and the Rothschilds.
Call from. To accept, press 1.
Awaken One says, nope, he made an offer. Okay. Sony Skies, welcome. I the Spy says, Alex Acosta going down soon, and Epstein about to break wide open. Lord, I pray that's right. I pray it's right too, my friend. Gold around flags means they are not sovereign and follow sovereign rule of law and sold out to the enemy, Lucifer. Oy. That's definitely not good.
Call from.
Steve.
To accept, press 1.
Hi, Steve. How are you doing tonight?
Hey, all right, and you?
I'm doing okay, man.
I've been wondering about some of the things that everyone else has been wondering about.
Yes.
Which is, why Trump is he pushing 5G, and his comments today, which I heard someone else talk about the shots, and he kind of almost seemed like he was blowing it off because he wasn't happy that he said it, but he said it fast and he walked away. Mm-hmm. But the 5G is really what I've been thinking a lot about. I think you've been following a lot of the disclosure stuff and
sure.
whistleblowers.
Yes.
And it's been said that he has given free energy to Tesla to pretend that he discovered it. It's going to happen soon, supposedly.
Yes.
And they're going to release it. So I started wondering if that's why he's actually pushing the 5G, not to push it for the 5G, but actually put the infrastructure out for the free energy.
Yeah, I mean, I know a lot of people are afraid of it. There was a component within the 5G that I remember that was coming out of China that would have been detrimental to human beings. And I believe that person was arrested and then they were indicted and arrested in China, or it could have been in the United States. I can't remember. But I believe that person had the patent to put in the harmful, I guess, waves that would be in 5G, and that was taken down. So that's why Trump is saying, hey, 5G, 6G, 7G. He's saying that because he's saying that we don't want you to worry about 5G. That's why he'll throw in 6G, 7G. And also with the vaccinations, So when Trump says vaccinations are good, what does the media do? The media will say that vaccinations are bad because they can't agree with Trump. If Trump says anything is good, they have to say it's bad. So basically, it's code to say that yes, vaccinations are bad, and that he's trying to change the the rigmarole. He's talking about, everyone's pushing vaccines. So if he says let's push vaccines, then the media will say let's not push vaccines. So it's moves and counter moves. I think that he's completely against vaccines, especially for measles. I've looked into measles. The only thing that can affect you during measles is pneumonia. And basically, if you got pneumonia, which I know people who have gotten pneumonia, they get a steroid. They don't have to have an injection that is a concoction of so many different chemicals that'll give you cancer. You'll get an antibiotic, or you'll definitely get a steroid to relieve that pneumonia. And most people live through it.
Actually, you don't even get the steroids half the time. I've had pneumonia at least a dozen times, and I've gotten antibiotics, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah, man.
I have Lyme disease. I grew up with everything. I just had a horrible.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, I understand. Do not get. I would not get the flu vaccination. I would not get anything.
Yeah, absolutely not.
None of it. Don't worry about it. So, do you see what I'm saying? That he's pigeonholing them to go against him to say, well, maybe vaccines aren't good. We don't want to agree with Trump.
I agree. I was thinking of that too, but I also had another thought.
Go for
this
it.
one. We know Julian Assange is.
Yes.
Well, we think that was Julian Assange because there's some pictures that show that might be a lookalike. But we know he's over there, and there was another. I think I posted something on the other day after one of these. There's a big thing going on. They caught like Hillary and Obama messing around with the funds over there in Great Britain, and they gave it to one of their lawyers. Actually, in England, I didn't know this, and I know a lot about our politics, but not theirs. In order to be what their version of a congressman or a senator, you have to be royalty, and that's how it's always been. And I think that's the way it is in a lot of Europe. But over time, I guess the English got upset because they didn't feel represented, so they gave one commoner. They gave everyone the right to vote on one commoner to become a lord, and that's the guy who they released his stuff to. And I mean, the stuff is incendiary. They got the money coming from the Clinton Foundation.
Sure.
The FBI was trying to put, I think, a $50 million VIG, that was for their own pocket for delivering the money. So there's a lot of big things going on there between that and Julian, and the DOJ went over there, the day after the Mueller report came, and they've been sitting there ever since. So I think possibly that Trump made that comment because they're trying to negotiate, which I think he's just probably maybe stalling for time. Maybe he had to do that as part of the negotiations if there is something like that going on.
There could be. He's going over there very soon. I believe he's going over there in the next week or two.
Yeah, and apparently they're holding, I think, $16 trillion of ours because they didn't want to give it back.
Sure.
Yeah. I would definitely recommend going to look at it. I'll put the link again after this show's over, unless it works in Super Chat. But it's definitely worth watching.
Yeah, man. If you want to throw it in Super Chat, that's fine. I'm very curious about the next coming months of this year. I think a lot is going to take place. I know we've been saying that, but remember that the Q clock, everything about QAnon is 1 year behind, and we're starting to see everything take place. There's so many Q posts, Q proofs rather, talking about Rod Rosenstein. It's unbelievable. I posted a lot of that today on my channel. So if you have not checked out that podcast, please do so, my friend. And I thank you for the call. Very informative. Thank you, my friend.
One last thing.
Yes.
Tomorrow's May 1st, correct?
Yes, correct.
May 1st is also known as May Day, and I found out last week it's another Luciferian holiday.
Oh, God.
So expect something might happen tomorrow. Just be on watch.
I will. I don't live in a big city, so I will be praying and keeping my fingers crossed that no one is harmed.
All right, and I got that link out in Super Chat. People are really going to enjoy it because it's really got them red-handed.
Please check out the link, my friends. Right. Thank you, dude.
Yeah, you have a good one. Bye.
You too, man. Bye-bye. Hope you guys are having a wonderful night. We're going to take maybe one or two more calls, and we're going to round out the evening. Be sure to check out that last podcast I put out. I would greatly appreciate it. Ringo Stark says May 1st marks the end of the satanic ritual sacrifice calendar. Please send me the link on that. That would be incredible. You can send it to my email at TRUreporting1985 at Gmail.
Call from
Ryan.
Hi, Ryan. How are you?
Good, Thomas. How are you tonight?
I'm doing good, man. Just chilling, having a great evening. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'll make it quick.
Yes, sir.
I watched your podcast today, and you were talking about justice on the 4th and something else on the 10th and 20th.
Yes.
What do you think that justice is going to be?
I think justice is the May 4th. It could be the FISA. It could be the FISA could be the 11th. We could see more indictments being thrown out into the public, which we've been seeing people getting arrested. So I do not know, my friend. I do not have inside information on those particular dates. All I know is that we need to look out for 4/10/20, and just get your popcorn ready, man. I think May, and I'm not sensationalizing this. I really believe truly that we're going to see something spectacular happen.
Yeah, the time has come. It's getting kind of old waiting. What were the three things? Justice. What was the 10th?
Freedom.
Freedom.
And yeah, freedom, and I can't remember the other one.
Yeah, something's going to happen. It's going to pop here soon.
Absolutely. Hold on. I could tell you real quickly, actually.
Okay.
Hold on 1 second. Let me look. Justice, freedom, for God and country.
There you go.
In those
Right
orders.
on. All
in
right.
that order. Yes, sir.
All right. So I've been giving to you on the super chat. So everybody out there, give this guy some cash.
Absolutely, guys. Very kind of you. Thank you, my friend, for ringing in on the super chat. That's the best way to that way, and PayPal and Patreon are the best ways to support this channel because of censorship. And thank you so much, my friend, for calling in.
Right on. Yeah, I'll listen tomorrow and every other night. Thanks, Thomas.
Thanks, buddy. Thank you so much. Have a great night.
All right, bye. Yep,
Bye-bye. Absolutely, guys. That is the best way because due to censorship, a lot of money goes into this channel, and I don't like to harp on money. But I think it has to do with something with the strike that I have received. I am still under that strike probably for another 2 months. So just keep that in mind, my friend. I greatly appreciate all that you do. Even doing this is spectacular. Even if you want to leave a like, it's spectacular. All the money that you donate goes directly into the production value back right at you. Nick says he is so bored with all the false flags. I concur. I am so tired of it. Time travel, absolutely.
call from
Alien testosterone.
to accept
Alien, what is up, my friend?
Hey, what's up, brother? Hey, I just wanted to touch real quick on your chick that called earlier real quick.
Yes,
she was talking
Emily.
About frequency.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. She was talking about frequencies and shit. If you remember last night when I was talking about medicating and controlling.
Yes.
And that's a lot of what that stuff entails, is like how they use frequency to control with use of chemicals, like when during the invasion of Iraq, Third ID was actually forced to take an undisclosed medication. They never told us what it is. They wouldn't tell us. Yeah, okay. So They made us take some kind of crazy shit. All right. The first time I actually remember sleeping from the time the invasion started was 21 days later, and it was in a jet bunker on Baghdad International Airport in a doorway with 109 howitzers firing off into Baghdad. That's what I went to sleep to. That's the first time I can actually, I know I had to have dozed off, whatever, but my point is like when you're embedded with frontline soldiers and shit, all right, they got PSYOPs. All right, PSYOPs will go and they ride around in Humvees on these massive speakers, and you know they talk to the population, and then you know whatever, blah 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 blah, and then they will start playing music, and it's like let the bodies hit the floor. I've actually been in shit during the invasion with that. I mean, it's real. They actually made you take this medication.
Yes.
And that's when I learned a lot about how frequencies, or what, you know, something about this music, why would you play shit like that in a firefight? It just made no sense, you know. Well, then, you know, slowly learning about shit, you know, I learned about the frequencies and shit like that. And
yes.
And my work with, you know, especially when I came back to 2010 I was a cadre in Fort Meade, Maryland, and you know, I was dealing with wounded soldiers, man, and they were giving these soldiers like 4 or 5 narcotic-like behavior health medications at a time, and then booting them out the army, you know, whatever. And that's what I was saying last night about how they do that shit. But another thing that she was talking about was magnetics, and a lot of that has to do also with what's called wormwood, Planet X, Nibiru, whatever, passing over us. And what the biggest reason why people can't see it is when it passes, it's in the daytime, and if you get into what a sun simulator is and all that shit and how they actually do it using the chemtrails too. The chemtrails are not just to spray us down and pacify us, man. They're also to block what we can see.
Correct.
Because planetary objects this big and this massive, you know, I'm talking 10, 20 times, you know, it's a solar system moving through. This is something that the Pope and all them confirmed, NASA's confirmed. This is real, but if everybody walked out right now and seen what was up there, nobody would go to work tomorrow. Everybody would freak out and da-da-da-da-da. So I think that's why they try to not show us. It has to do with that. But a lot of it, like I said, it's where the poles are actually shifting. The poles are actually shifting. So they're shifting to meet this planetary objects that are flying out there that we don't get to see.
Right.
They all know about it. They all hide this shit. NASA's the biggest key in it. They're the ones who mess around with your, you know, space technology and all that shit. You know, all that shit. And if you look in 47, when they actually had a spacecraft crash here, if you do the research and look, you'll see what I'm talking about. But anyway, one alien supposedly died on crash. One alien died after the crash, and one lived.
Yes.
And the supposed alien, whatever, they gave him the code name Timber. That's what its name was.
Mm-hmm.
The hidden language that I was talking about the other night, that's all where you find out all this shit at. That, you know, like I said, if you...
Do they talk backwards?
It's backward. It's
coded.
They call it opposite. I don't know why. I don't know. But even Shakespeare had a quote. It was thine forward voice, you know, you speak kindly. Thine backward voice, you speak ill of your enemy. That's what I was talking about. That's the language, whatever. But you learn all this shit about, you know, like I said, you learn about everything about it. But I was just, you know, commenting on what she did, you know, was talking about. But when they came back, you know, and even in, you know, when most dudes got out or whatever, or went for, you know, whatever, the Army would be literally just pumping them full of fucking meds and, you know, letting them go. So you'd have like 19, 20-year-old zombies that, you know, some of these cats had kids, man, or, you know, and they can't even, now her, you know, a wife would have to, you know, can't even put her kid around her husband, who is now basically a doped up zombie.
Sure.
You know, all compliments of the military. And then, like I said, they give him a pension, whatever, and boot him out. But a lot of these guys are, you know, who end up killing themselves, you know, through PTSD and all that shit. But a lot of it, it's all because of the behavioral health meds. I went and I battled this shit because, like I said, I was cadre, and I seen what it was doing to people, man. I raised hell, and they busted my ass for it, but it is what it is. I still spoke my piece about it. And
well,
you
good
know,
for you, man.
I'd went in to Walter Reed and all that shit every day, Bethesda, Walter Reed, and had, you know, tried to explain to these people, look, you're creating goddamn zombies that they're, once you kick them out, and it's not only that, but then they take them off, and like I said, it's like 2 or 3. These are narcotic-like medications that they put you on, man. That's why it fucks with people's heads.
Yes.
But yeah, and then when you get with the frequencies, so like I was saying, you know, when you was talking about, hey, you got people with a down, you know, and it has to do with the magnetics and the natural frequencies of the earth and shit. Yeah, that shit's all real, and these people have literally figured out how to use frequencies.
Do you think these heavy medications block the frequency?
No, I think the reason why they dope them up, and especially with the 5G, man, like I think about it. Everybody in fucking the United States is what? They're medicated, man.
Yes.
So imagine we all got these chemicals in us, man. We don't even realize the power of frequencies. Or none of that. We really don't. We really have no clue. We're not taught. We're dumbed down. We're not supposed to know that stuff.
Correct.
Well, when they put all this stuff up and you got all these, you know, frequencies, you know, being bombarded all the time, you got your natural frequency, whatever, and that's distorted through all the rubbish that they put in the airs and everything. You know, the Earth's supposed to have a natural frequency of healing and all this stuff, and that's been eroded over time because they, you know, whatever. But yeah, I just think it's just proving my point that I was going to bring up to you. I know you said something yesterday about it, and so I figured I'd give a call in real quick and give my spill.
Well, Alien, I greatly appreciate your call. You had a lot of people agreeing with you today in the chat. I mean, there must have been 30 people that agree with you, and you know, I am right there alongside you. Like I said, my friend, we will do this.
I mean, yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying, man. Most people know. I mean, I honestly think more people are awake than what anybody even recommend. We all know when we're getting a bad deal. You know, we all know that we all get that feeling in our gut when we just know something ain't right about something. We all get signs down the road, and it's like I said, you know, somebody comes along, gives you a little piece here, comes along, gives you a little piece there, and you know, if everybody could put it on, but you know, we're so bombarded with what we're doing every day, you know, living our lives, taking care of our kids, making sure this, whatever, fighting, you know, our kids got a drug problem, or you know, we just lost our job, our mortgage is due, you know, blah blah blah. So that's how they throw all that shit up. This, you know, and with the Venezuela shit, that's all. Like I was talking about with the Al Qaeda and Jam, you know, they're doing that shit too. Because what just happened? They just got caught disarming military or militants, and then our soldiers get disarmed and arrested by foreign military, and then you got all this shit going in. You got this outbreak of measles and shit. So what do they need? They need a warning, you know. And then you got Trump getting ready to drop hammer on all these people. So yeah, they're trying everywhere they come. You know, it doesn't matter how many false flags they got to do. They're going to try to get our eyes off of it, and that's why everybody's focusing on that shit. That right there is a sign to show you that they're trying to change it hard. You know what I mean? When everybody's running with the same shit, it's because, hey, look here, don't look over here. And
absolutely.
That's what you're seeing going on, man. And like I said, man, just keep up the good work, brother. I appreciate it. I'm sure everybody out there does, you know, thinks the same way. You know. Yes,
we do. I do my best. I do my best here, and you know, this is what I want to do for a very, very long time. And Alien Testosterone, I will be doing this every day from 8 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So please, if you're on Twitter, man, spread that information far and wide.
Oh yeah, I do. I do every time, brother. I do every time. That's what I was saying. You know, when the dude called earlier, and you know, he was giving that Trump's funding Israel and blah blah blah, and you know whatever.
Yeah, black pilled for sure.
Everybody can't. I know, but in order to find truth, man, you got to go where you're uncomfortable. You got to listen to you got to listen to other crazy people, man, because that's how you're going to find shit out, man. So don't everybody just be so quick to discredit people, because some of the shit the dude was saying was actually legit,
Sure.
But
Yes, it was.
here and there, but like I said, everybody, you got to have an open mind, man. You can't bash people because
Absolutely, I do not. This is open forum all the way.
Just because they don't support, just because they don't support Trump, hey, like you did, man. Yeah, hey, whatever. Hey, I'll agree to disagree, but don't be so just to shun people off.
You can't shun them.
You're not going to wake anybody up.
Absolutely.
Screaming in the face. So, like I said, everybody just keep your heads up, man.
Yes.
The right will be done. So.
I agree, my friend. Have a wonderful night, my friend. Call back tomorrow.
Yep. Later.
Later, man. All right, guys. Going real quick. I want to thank everyone and everybody for calling in today. We had a great show tonight. If you have any last donations to get in, you most certainly can to the PayPal, Patreon, or down in the super chat below. Will flash across the screen. Everyone will get to see that you are donating to a great channel. Please follow me on Twitter at TRUreporting. And also, I have been sponsored by these guys. Trump coin, 100% silver. Back is really cool too. Very cool stuff. If you want to get one, you most certainly can. There's a huge deal that we'll be putting out tomorrow. It's not me, guys. I'm not some kind of salesman, but they do help us big time. And that is to combat the censorship from the leftist YouTube communists that hold this channel back, which I fight every day, my friends. I put out as much content as I will be able to do so, always for you. All donations go back into the channel to work on sound, lighting, video, anything you want. Also, if we can get enough, enough contributions, we will be doing merchandise. We ran through the shirts at the end of last year, and it was a great success. So, my friends, I thank you so much for the support and the love. Please, if you're not financially able to leave a donation, just go ahead and leave a like. And tell your friends to subscribe to this channel. This is where truth and free speech start from, are places like this platform. My friends, have a wonderful night, and I will talk to you very soon. God bless.